This is New Media TV in London.
Warning! The following program may contain graphics and video images that some viewers may find disturbing and traumatizing. Some of this violent content may be too graphic and intense for some people. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
In a time where trust in mass media is declining around the world, it has become even more important to support good, accurate journalism. Supporting such investigative platforms is defined as content that is ethical, independent, critical, and of public interest. Good journalism and investigative reporting cost money. In alternative social media platforms, SMP, good journalism ensures the possibility of a good society, an accountable democracy, and a transparent government. For continued free access to the best investigative reporting, we encourage you to consider making a modest support to this noble endeavor. By contributing, you are helping to sustain the publishing of digital content and ensuring information remains free, fair, and available to all. We try to make sense of the chaotic world around us. Your support is vital. New Media TV.
At New Media TV in London, we are non-traditional. We are what is known as alternative media practitioners. We differ from established or dominant mainstream mass media in terms of our content, production, and distribution. We aim to combine the flexibility of a fictive technique to deliver robust and delightful content. We foster participation, the strengthening of a civic attitude that allows our viewers, audiences, and followers to be active in some of the spheres relevant to daily life, and to put their right to communication into practice. This is our philosophy.
Content disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this media or comments on this channel are those of the speakers or authors, and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos and audios may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content. The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable to the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify the accuracy of such information, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this channel.
On this social media network, we aim to address Nigeria's socio-cultural and political problems in areas of national identity, conflict, poverty, endemic corruption, inequality, nepotism, terrorism, agitation, high level of child mortality, unemployment, poor health and education, collapsed in infrastructure, cultism, ritual killings, herdsmen crisis, tribalism and home violence.
As a precaution, this channel would also like to state unequivocally that we have all rights to use in all of our media broadcasts over 700 royalty-free tunes. These entire package was purchased and delivered by email. Tuesday, January 12, 2021 at 17:17 hours in London from soundsbest.com and a paid subscription and program from Movavi Video Editor.
New Media TV. Beyond the headlines. News in its purest form. Live stream with confidence. Contact us on +44 208 180 0433. Voice over Internet Protocol. WhatsApp +44 7467 634 822. Please like, subscribe, share and to follow us on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. The live stream will start soon.
Yes, hi everyone, good evening all. Yes, I hope I meet each and every one of you well. Yes, I am back again today, and by today's date you can clearly see it is Sunday the 23rd day of the second month of February 2025. Yes, hi. Good evening from London. Good evening, world. Good evening, my avid viewers. Yes, I hope you are all in top form and in great spirit. The time in London is 19:07 London time. I hope I meet you well. Yes, we want to talk about Nigeria again today. Seems quite a lot is happening these days. Yes, today again is about Nigeria, the hopeless journey so far. Yes, the hopeless journey. Nigeria, hope in a hopeless situation. Now, what is the meaning of that hope in a hopeless situation? Hope in a hopeless situation is the act by Nigerians in maintaining a positive outlook or the belief that things can improve in Nigeria when circumstances seem incredibly difficult or impossible to change in 64 years of decadence and decay. Hopeless journey so far. I lost hope and I lost confidence in that contraption called Nigeria. Steve Osagie, good evening. Yes, we're going to exercise some little bit of patience with some of our avid viewers and listeners across the whole world. Guys, if you don't comment, I won't be able to see you from the studio, so you have to comment and you have to interact with me so that the stream can be perfect and it will go as smoothly as possible. Now, if this is your first time joining us on this platform or you are a returning subscriber, please don't forget to like, follow us and give us that thumbs up so that at least Facebook and YouTube algorithm will actually recommend this stream or any of our videos to potential people that might be interested in the same topic. Yes, please comment, interact with me, and it'll go a long way. Nigeria today, the hopeless journey so far. Hope in a hopeless situation. Nigerians are fond of trying to maintain that positive outlook, or the belief that things in Nigeria generally can improve when circumstances that is staring at them in the face seem incredibly difficult or impossible to change. In the last 64 years of decadence and decay, that's exactly what we want to talk about. And before the advent of the social media, Facebook, YouTube, guys, make no mistakes that we used to, and the whole world used to, rely on the print media, ink on paper. You see, Facebook first arrived in the United Kingdom in 2006, and live streaming on Facebook, as a matter of fact, started in 2016. So before the electronic dissemination of information, and for many people to be able to stream their live show, that actually came up in 2016. You see, television gradually, when the United States government and the powers that be decided they were going to release that loop so that individuals can actually own their own streaming station, and then gradually improvement started, and then people were able to actually build their own studios, and they can actually stream to anywhere around the whole world with ease, provided that they've got a very fast broadband upload. Yes, Nigeria today, there's a lot's been going on, as you all can appreciate. Christopher Martins, good evening. Guys, if you don't comment, I won't be able to recognize your presence if you are watching the live stream alongside with us. You see, a couple of days ago, a book was launched that's been extremely controversial today. Miss Kenna Anthony Awawa, good evening. Good morning to you. Yeah, Chukwemeka from Indonesia. I can see it's 2:13 a.m. Oh, wow. Yes, that's exactly what we want to talk about. Miss Kenna. Yeah, let me post your comment. You said, good morning, Mr. Bello. It's your boy Chukwemeka from Indonesia. It's 2:13 a.m. back there. And you had to tune in. What do I think about IBB's confession? We're going there. Yes, I thought I'll be able to make a video and then upload that onto the stream for you. Now, let me show you this book. Let me show you this, my magazine. That magazine you're looking right in front of you here. Let me bring it here. Yes, this magazine was actually produced in 2011 when IBB clocked 70. You see, I had so many pictures of him as at that time, and You see, this book, I don't know exactly what really went wrong, but I want to talk more about that book because although a copy of the book will be sent through to me, but I think in the book, I'm pretty sure there are some gaps that will be omitted or censored, because in here in 2011 there's a lot that's been revealed in 2011, and this happens to be the same publication that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan seized whilst he was in power, and up till today as I am still speaking to you, Goodluck Jonathan collapsed my magazine publishing business, and as I am talking to you today, I've got thousands still stuck in a garage since 2011, because in here there were so many revelations. I think I was speaking to some people even before this book that and I have been encouraging Ibrahim Babangida to write his autobiography. As a matter of fact, I prepared a mock-up, a dummy to which I thought he was going to give the nod, but whatever happened behind closed doors, to which somebody else decided they were going to do it. He knows. But I want to talk about that particular book because the most crucial part of what people are talking about was the annulment of June 12 elections. And I have dealt with the issue of that annulment as far back as 2011. Alaji Aremo Sholade Alakufo, happy Sunday to you. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, please share the stream. Yes, Meskena Anthony Owowo, that country is long gone. When people talk about the issue of June 12, I tell you something. No other person in the entire Nigeria investigated the issue of June 12 the way I investigated June 12. You see, I am still waiting to read the account of the June 12 annulment because I have the details. Whether those that were participants in the annulment of June 12 will be mentioned in that book or whether they will be omitted is what I will then tackle. Daranijo Jumo, good afternoon from Atlanta. You see, we've got Indonesia from one end of the world, and we've got Daranijo Jumo as well from Atlanta in Georgia watching the stream. Welcome, guys. Please share it. Because the angle at which I am going to tackle the issue of a journey through service is totally different from the way many people are talking about it. You see, in this same magazine, I was the very first person to actually made it known to the whole world that Babangida was an orphan. A lot was revealed, things that many people they don't seem to know, because one-on-one. Also inside here, I was the very first person to publish Babangida's dad, father, and Babangida's mother's picture to the whole world. You see, with my own personal investigation into the issue of June 12, I spoke to and I interviewed a handful of people, and one of the people that I interviewed, as a matter of fact, donated 500 million naira towards the Presidential Library of IBB. I think altogether at that book launch they raised a total of about 17 point something billion naira. You see, but the question is, I am still waiting, like I have said, to read the account, because Ato Eze, engineer Prince Ato Eze, the richest Igbo man, I personally interviewed him during the course of my investigation into June 12 at his Maitama residence in Abuja. Prince Engineer Ato Eze made it known and disclosed to me. Thank God I had witnesses that were with me. In fact, despite the fact that Ato Eze was on record, he made it known emphatically that Babangida never acted alone, and that Obasanjo was the man that gave the military order to Ibrahim Babangida not to hand over power to a womanizer. That was the statement Ato Eze made. I then left my Maitama in Abuja and then proceeded to Ibadan to interview the late Are Arishekola Alao Arishekola. And again, in my hot provocative session with the late Are Arishekola Alao in Ibadan, Are Arishekola Alao too made it known on tape, and Are Arishekola, because he's gone, he's not here to defend himself, even made it known that he will challenge Obasanjo to a television debate that he, Obasanjo, gave the military order and the marching forward to Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB not to hand over power to a womanizer. You see, it is very, very interesting, and I hope to read if Obasanjo is indicted, because I got frustrated at some point in time and I was agitated to quit. I confronted Ibrahim Babangida to his face that why must he maintain his silence when, as a matter of fact, he was acting on the instructions from his superior in the military. see, there are some information that are not really documented. Well, in as much as I am not really an MKO Abiola fan, no, because MKO Abiola was part and parcel of the people that actually made Nigeria the hell on earth, on the surface of this planet. You see, in the same book, I want to read if the family ties between the Abiolas and the Babangidas are revealed, because they call it autobiography. And since MKO Abiola was one of the biggest beneficiaries of the contraption called Nigeria, he was the biggest beneficiary. I see no reasons why, after MKO Abiola milked Nigeria so ruthlessly and bled the country to death as a businessman, he now wants power. And please, I don't want anybody else to please compare MKO Abiola with Donald J. Trump. Abiola rose to power during the period of Mortality Muhammad, and he's been enjoying that concession ever since then. You remember when Fela sang ITT, International Tif Tif? I'm not going to go, because this is not part of Ibrahim Babangida's share of the problem. But there was a pathetic role that MKO Abiola played on the chairman, the white expatriate of ITT in Nigeria at the time, that no one is probably going to talk about. Just to get to that position, I'm not going to go into all those details. But what about the fracas between MKO Abiola and Ibrahim Babangida regarding the money stolen from Liberia by Samuel Doe that Babangida entrusted MKO to keep on behalf of the Samuel Doe's family in Liberia, because as at that time Samuel Doe knew he would not survive and that he was at the point of death. What about the several millions of dollars of Samuel Doe's money that IBB then entrusted into the hands of MKO? Where is the money? Between IBB and MKO Abiola, MKO told Babangida to quit. Babangida knew the money was deposited into Symbiote's account, his first wife, Kola's mom. Their friendship was still intact at the time because there was a sanction on IBB and his wife in terms of their bank accounts abroad. In fact, it got really, when that sanction was slammed on Ibrahim Babangida as at that time, his wife Miriam at the time was trying to move about £5 million away from her account into another account somewhere in Switzerland. But because of the sanction on both IBB and Miriam, I've got the letters from the bank. So the banks in the UK were unable to authorize Miriam's request for the maybe about, I think it was about £5 million at the time. But because of that sanction, IBB had no choice but to, guess what, handed over Samuel Doe's money to MKO. Fine. MKO put the money into Simbi's account at NatWest in London. When subsequently Samuel Doe was murdered in Liberia, IBB then called MKO for Samuel Doe's money and how they will sort Samuel Doe's family. But unfortunately, as at that time, within that period, Simbiat Abiola died. Did you know the reply MKO gave to IBB? Oh, Simbi Tiku, Owo ti lọ nìyẹn. That is, Simbiat died, and as such, Samuel Doe's several millions of dollars deposited into Simbiat's account at NatWest in London was gone. Who claimed that money? If not Kola and his siblings from Simbiat. So when election then came, perhaps IBB had no other choice but to now push MKO into the presidential election so that MKO can, as a matter of fact, burn all the proceeds he's got. I knew of a city lawyer in the United Kingdom, a top firm of lawyers in the United Kingdom that were handling MKO Abiola's fortune in England, to which they knew MKO Abiola's wealth will become a big issue and a problem. So the law firm in London had no choice but to draft in the late Chief Rotimi Williams to now assist them in administering MKO Abiola's fortunes in London, in the UK. Anibolaji, good evening. Yes, Alhaji Aremu Osholade Alakufo Baba Ibadan. You said, but Baba, all of them are womanizer. Even OBJ himself loves women than all of them. Yes, we know. You see, there is a lot of issue that surrounds the June 12th. Some people with the book will be comfortable. Some people won't be comfortable. The Abacha family won't be comfortable. Because I tell you what, according to my own findings. Let me tell you, according to my own findings, Abiola even knew that Obasanjo played a nasty role during the June 12th annulment, to which Abiola himself was aware. But don't forget that there has always been a fracas between MKO Abiola and Obasanjo himself. There's always been a fracas. Big issue. And the big issue between Obasanjo and MKO Abiola started all the way from Baptist Boys High School in Abeokuta. They went to the same secondary school. They were mates. So, if what I am waiting for is, if, I repeat, if the issue of Obasanjo is omitted from the June 12th annulment, then justice is not done to that book as far as I am concerned. I am not an Abiola person. You see, guys, you look at it this way, and I think this will begin to make a lot of sense to you. Now, why can't you think very, very deeply within inside you and begin to wonder, question yourselves, why did Ibrahim Babangida handed over power to Chief Ernest Shonekan? Now, the second question, where is Chief Ernest Shonekan from? Who suggested Chief Ernest Shonekan to head the interim government? Who? Now, you look at it this way. Olusegun Obasanjo, an Egba man from Abeokuta. MKO, the supposed winner of the June 12th election, equally an Egba man from Abeokuta. The man that headed the interim government, Chief Ernest Shonekan, also an Egba man from Abeokuta. Why can't they draft in somebody else from another geopolitical zones or from any other part of the country to head the interim government? Why Egba on Egba? Think. That was part of